Okay, what we have today is a 65-inch LG LED TV. The model number of this TV is a 65uj6300-UA, and we've already got it plugged in. And what's going on here is, see this on camera. The light at the top keeps flashing. I put my flashlight up here. I can see where it says LG, then it goes away, then I see some snow. Okay. The light at the top, okay, has stopped flashing. Good. The flash goes off, comes on, LG, snow. This little red light at the top keeps going on and off, and then there's snow. But obviously the main problem is that we obviously don't have any backlight. Okay, so let's take this bad baby apart and let's see what the fluck is going on. Okay, just to verify the model number of the TV, the 65-inch, so it's a 65uj6300, suffix UA. Okay, as you can see, this television was manufactured in December of 2017. Okay, just a little, it was a 4 years old, a little on 4 years old. Okay, so let's take this bad baby apart, and as you can see, good for us, this TV does not have that many screws. There's 3 on top. There's 1 on each side, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the bottom, and a screw here and a screw there. Okay, so obviously that's pretty much self-explanatory. Okay, we've easily removed our back cover, and as you can see, basic setup, power supply with the LED circuit on there, T-Con board in the middle, and main board. And here at the bottom is our Wi-Fi module, and here's our little 1-button toggle switch right here with the light on it. Okay, and also has the infrared detector for the remote control, and that goes right into there like that. And you're definitely going to have to remove that because there's a screw here right up under there for the outer bezel. So first thing we're going to check naturally, because we don't have any backlights, is our plug. As you can see, 65-inch TV with just 1 line, okay, for all the strips. So I've never worked on this particular model TV before, so I'm just curious to see what kind of setup it has and how many strips it has. I did order all the strips, but I don't know how many there are. I forget. I think there's 8, I'm not sure. But let's go ahead and check this LED line. So obviously red into the red wire. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. And black, negative black into the black wire. And look at that. We are reading a short. Now that is insane, okay, across the whole line. So that means that every LED is shorted. Now, that is very weird. But for all the LEDs to be shorted, I don't know how that's working there. But let me do another check here. Let me just go to the actual plug or pins, okay, and make sure there's no short on the actual power supply. Okay, right there at the LED output stage. Okay, let's go to each pin. So that's pretty good. It's a good sign that the power supply is not shorted at the LED circuit. Let me just go to ohms. Let's go to ohms. Okay, let's make sure, see what we got there. Come on. Still reading open. Okay. Okay, so good sign. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and just take this bad baby apart and see what the flux is going on. Okay, obviously the first thing we'll do, safety first, is disconnect our LDBS cable from our main board going to the T-con. Okay, that way we won't make a mistake and fire it up. And these tabs right here are loose and touching the metal, or it's touching the metal. So we just disconnect it from right here, right at the main board. Just unclip the little clip on top. It should pull right out. We'll pull up and out. There we go. Okay. We'll just take that down because there's actually some conductive material on top. So we don't want this, you know, while the TV is on its back, we're trying to fire it up to test it. We don't want this touching anything, so we'll just tape it up right here. Okay, out of the way. And then we're going to disconnect our speakers. One plug. So make sure those not flopping, they're not flopping around when we have it on its back. Okay, so there's a left and right speaker, so they only go on one way. Okay. We'll pull out our toggle switch. And obviously this tape right here is going to have to come off, at least from the bottom. Oh, okay, this is actually for our, as you can see, our driver boards. Looks like two driver boards on each side. Each side comes in two sections, and that's where they are taped together. Okay. At least the actual wire is taped there. Okay, so be careful when pulling this up. We'll leave that on for right now. And we'll disconnect our cables from, I guess we disconnect them from right here. That should be fine. Pulls right out. The actual connectors going to our driver boards on the bottom. Okay. Unclip both of those. Make sure those are out of the way. So now we can attempt, I believe we can still leave these. These are for our feet. Okay. This customer actually had the TV mounted on the wall, so they weren't using the feet. But I think those are good. They look like they're in the way for right now. Yeah, those should be fine there. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we have screws, a bunch of them, all the way around the outer bezel, and I'll actually show you. Let's see, we have the silver screws all the way around. Okay, and they're on the bottom too. Okay, the bottom was maybe longer, so be careful. Don't get it mixed up. I'm just guessing, so I'm not sure. Yep, they're all the way around, and it looks like a #1 Phillips. So we'll go ahead and remove all of those. It's probably best if you turn it around first, because you don't want to remove them, and then when you go to turn the TV on its back, it accidentally comes off and damages the screen or slips off. So, but anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove a few while the TV's on its face. The ones on the bottom are obviously marked with the arrow. Okay, there's a bunch of holes down here, so we want to get those confused, right? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And like I said, the ones on the bottom are actually longer. Okay, now as we look up under here, there's some actual clips right here. If you look real closely, you'll be able to see them. And you just put your fingernail up under them. And as you can see, these ones in the corner here are going to have to like pry up so you can get around that one. And I'm gonna have to remove this white paper up under here because it is stuck to the outer bezel. Okay, and the other side is stuck to the connectors for the driver board, so we do not want to damage those trying to get the outer bezel off, all right? Okay, looks free. We should have another screw here. Okay, voila. Now these driver boards are also taped, okay, to the chassis, so to make sure that you probably want to pull the tape off from up under there, not from the driver boards. So we probably want to go up under here, which we should have did at first maybe, but I just wanted to see what the setup was here. Do not stick anything metal on here to try to scrape this off. Just try to grab it with your fingernails. I really wish I could get it off from the bottom here, but let me see what's going on. Okay. Yeah, because it's going up under this plastic piece, so I'm gonna have to grab it, take it off from right here, and pull it down. Okay, it's 1, 2 on that one. Okay, and then we'll go with the other ones on this board. And do the same for the other side there. Okay, and then make sure once again you get up under here and make sure these driver boards are free and not touching the plastic part. I'm sorry, yeah, the connectors that are connecting the driver boards. Okay, make sure you get the tape from up under there and on this side, and this should actually come up pretty easily. Let's see here. Okay, so like we just lift up and it should come out some kind of way. Or, there we go. That away. Kind of bend the top part out like that. Pull it up. Voila, okay? Let's just stick that, oh, maybe not, okay. We'll do the same with the other side. Make sure that this connector is free, okay, from the plastic. And we'll just go up and out like that. And both of them came out at the same time, okay? Excellent. Tape these to the screen. I'm just going to tape it from right here, the connector. Get our suction cups. Hopefully this is not stuck to the screen. I mean hopefully the screen is not stuck to the frame or glued. Hopefully this comes right up. Voila, excellent. Excellent choice. Okay, now we have to take off the bracket for our diffuser screens. And good for us, looks like it's only one piece. Usually they're 4 pieces, one on each side, but it's only one piece. And as you can see, we have to take our prior tool, and obviously looks like you have to pull up these clips right here. Try fingernails at first, maybe not. And I'm also going to mark my corner over here. I'm going to put a very small dot in the very end of the corner for that on top of the screen. So once we move out the diffuser screens, we know which way it goes. Okay, I'm also going to put a red mark down here at this corner on the actual bracket part. Make that red. It only goes on one way because this side is completely different from the top portion. This is actually longer where the driver boards were mounted into. But just for a habit, I always do that. And you should too. This is my recommendation. Okay. So we'll do that. Pull the clips up all the way around. And that should come right up in one big piece. And we are damn near there after we do that. So now we'll remove our diffuser screens. Okay, I'm gonna mark the chassis in red where this red dot is on the screen. Okay, so I know exactly where that goes. Pull them all up at one time. There's a thin one, okay, and it looks like there's one, and there's a thick one here. Okay, so we'll just pull these up, keep them together. Matter of fact, let's set these over here. Mark my paper also. My white paper here. I'm just curious to see how many of these LED strips. There's a lot of LEDs for just one line. So that power supply is obviously producing a lot of voltage to light those LEDs. These twist and come right up. These screen supports, as you can see the indentation in there, twist it that way, comes right up. Twist it that way, comes up. Excellent. I'm liking this already. Do not have to flip the TV around to pull those up. Okay. All right, I'm gonna set these right here on the floor, right in front of my diffuser screen, so I won't forget to put those back on before I put my diffuser screens on. And let's see how glued this thing is here. The paper. Let's take this off. Not too bad. Take your time. You do not want to tear the paper. Because if you get like big rips in it, you're gonna actually see that when the TV is on, when it's all put back together, you're gonna see like these little black or dark blotches in the picture. That's stationary. Of course, if you do rip it, just get some white paper like this. Some regular copy paper, or the thick, shiny paper is even better. Just cut it, use some clear tape, and tape over those rips or tears in there. But you want to avoid any rips or tear in that white background paper as much as you can. But this was not glued down that bad, so it does come right up. A lot of stuff is stuck under the LEDs, looks like. Put your hand up under there. Make sure. Take your time. Yeah, a lot of this stuff, it's not even glued. The LEDs are holding this down. Okay, one more here. Okay. Voila, that easy. Now I'm actually going to check these LEDs again. See, why was I getting that reading? Come on. Okay, they're unplugged. Okay. All right. Make sure I don't have anything I'm crunching up down here. Okay. Okay, see what the flux is going on here. Wow, that is reading short. I'm gonna just unplug this. Positive, negative. Reading 7.5 ohms. That's reading short. And I actually think the problem is these diodes on here. They use some diodes on here. Yeah, they sure do. And I believe that is what's shorted. Okay, it's reading 12 ohms or 12 volts. Okay, that's reading shorted. And I guess they use these little bitty diodes right here. Check this out. On each strip, because there's only one line, so it helps with the voltage. Constant voltage. So let's see if I can zoom here. Where we at? Where's my zoom button at? Okay, here we go. Look at that. Those are diodes. Here and here. And I bet if I get my meter, I bet those are actually shorted. Yep. Those are actually shorted. One of them is anyway. Okay. I'm just going to unplug all the strips and test it again. Hey honey, how we doing?
Good, how are you?
All right. Yes, that is actually shorted. That one's okay. Yep. So obviously, these diodes are the actual problem on these strips. See that? Okay, so these are my new strips. Okay, and it looks like, let's see here, that these are not using the diodes on there at all. Okay. And you have to replace these strips one at a time because they are marked. As you can see, DDCC for the top two. Okay, next one, AA, BB, CC, DD, AA, BB, CC, DD, AA, BB. All the way down, okay? Just the opposite, okay? Right? All the way down to the last one. Okay, so how do these come off? Okay, they have holes in them, so you know which way out they goes. I'm just gonna pull out these. First ones are DD and CC. Okay, so let's get those. CC, right? Okay, all right. I'm gonna pull this one out. I'm actually gonna mark all of these with red, the old ones, so I won't get them mixed up. Because all of these are going in the garbage. Now, if you want, you can change those diodes. I'm pretty sure that if you test them individually, let me see here. I'm gonna test these individually. Let me see, how does that work? I'll go negative. Okay, those light up. I'll go positive. That one lights up. Yeah, see, actually these old ones are actually lighting up. Okay. So actually, these strips are probably good, but the diode is the actual problem, and I could probably replace the diodes on all of them if I want. So what I'll do is I'll probably end up keeping those and see if I can find the diodes that it uses, put it under a microscope and look at the part number on the diode. Maybe, maybe not. But that's why the new LEDs do not use that diode. Evidently, they don't. No, they sure don't. Okay, so hopefully, or maybe I can just take it off, the diode off, and it might work. Maybe, maybe not. I'm also gonna mark the end on each one of these. Okay. So I know how to line it up. But like I said, it does have the holes in the strips with these little studs that stick up in between the holes. Okay, so that's gonna line up okay, hopefully. I'm gonna get up one side and just pull it up. These are DD-CC. I'm going to line the front up. These do not have any tape on the bottom of them. Yeah, so these are actually totally different actually, because this has an all solid metal here, and I don't know how that's going to work out. I really don't. So this is not going to stick. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Don't want to break these. They actually are sticking. Okay, maybe okay. All right. Okay, and the second one is AABB, and do that all the way down. Okay, so the best way to do this is try to leave some of this tape on the chassis when you're pulling the old ones off. Otherwise, I forgot I had this. They sell this at Shop Jimmy. As a matter of fact, when you check out, they always try to get you to get this at checkout. So it's basically the same stuff, just double-sided tape. And you see, that's AA. It's AA, okay? And that is BB, plug. So we'll get our new ones. BB. Okay, and AA. And I'm just going to assume that this is going to be weird here because it has the holes in it, but I did manage to leave stuck on there, most of it, so that should be okay. Let's see, because this one is actually stuck on the first one, and I pulled most of that tape off. So it goes like this. BB goes on the plug side. Plug these two in, line these up with the actual holes. Okay, not pressing down yet. Just line those up over the holes. Hole there, hole there. Okay, hole here, hole there, and that's it. That is not going anywhere, my friend. So this comes in handy in case there's one that doesn't stick. So I'm not going to use this right now at the particular moment. And that's it. Just make sure everything is good and just do the rest of them. Okay, so I got my TV flipped back around, and I'm just gonna do a quick check on that plug again. Okay. Black on black, red on red. And now it says 152. And the backlights, all of the backlights are lit. They're not very bright, but we'll see what happens. Plug our LEDs back in. Okay. All right, plug in our power supply. And voila, instant light. And it's staying on. And that's why this red light was shutting on and off, because there was a short on yeah, it is actually staying on now. Before it was, I could see with my flashlight that the LG logo was popping up. This light was flashing, and it would go out, see snow. We kept cycling on and off, okay? So evidently that was due because of the shorted diodes that we had on each LED strip. And these are lighting up pretty bright, okay? A lot brighter than what when I was using my meter to check it. So, looks like we are in good shape So all we have to do now is put it back together, and that should do it. Okay guys, here goes the ultimate test of time. We'll plug it in. So automatically come on. HDMI 1 at the bottom. Wait for it, and voila. There we go, guys. Yep, we are good to go. Okay, so that's another one saved from the alley. If you guys like the video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Make sure that you do subscribe. I have plenty of videos on my channel on television repair. And make sure you support the channel by purchasing something from our online store. I'll leave the link in the description below. And until then, guys, I will see you in the next one. Big Dog out.